Start out by saying I'm sorry. It's fans had to wait, you guys had to wait, and I don't know what the hell to say to you. It was a interesting day. I don't think I could ever explain to you how hard it is to spend the amount of time we spend with our guys and then try to coach them in a tough game and try to pray to God that they get to enjoy their senior night and the memories that senior nights bring, because most of the time it lasts a lifetime. I've had games, as I told them, where we played for championships on senior night. I've had games where we've played just to get in the tournament on senior night. I had times when we played just for the pride of senior night in my first 2 years here, and it's emotions are different. I just like to publicly thank Chris Collins. After the game, I talked to his dad today because his dad's a friend of mine, and his dad had an appreciation since he spent a lot of time with Chris as a coach. Chris has a son who's a manager for him. And so with a tough loss that he had, the first thing he said to me is, just do me one favor, go enjoy the moment with your son. And I think that kind of tells me that there's still some human beings left in this profession. And it was a night when we just couldn't make a shot. Somebody said we're 2 for 17 from the three. We missed a few free throws. But we did some things like get 19 offensive boards. We did some effort-related things. Our defense was pretty good. We didn't turn the ball over. Just a lot of things we did well. And then, some of the shots we had that we missed, I was just amazed. Jaden and Tyson had some great looks, but we didn't get them. So I swear to you, that's a good team that we played. And he is one of the best coaches in this conference. He's done an unbelievable job. And I'm just happy we won. And I publicly, before you ask questions, like to thank our fans. Senior day is hard. And they see a 2-hour game, which had to feel like a root canal, a 4-hour game. And then they stayed there for 45 minutes, whatever, after. It's always the chance we take of having ours after the game, and yet I decided it many years ago. Lost a couple. Fremont was one I remember till the day I die. But at the same time, it gives our fans a chance to really appreciate our players, and it gives our players a chance to really appreciate our fans. And so I was so proud of the way so many people, I'm not sure 20 people left, and they probably had to work tonight or a midnight shift or something, but I was overwhelmed by the number that stayed on a weekday game. And as always, our people did such an incredible job with the whole event. I've got friends that have kids at other schools, and we sure as hell can't shoot it here, but we can put on a senior night. And it's as good as it gets. Questions?
Hey Tom, so many things to celebrate. You've been telling us, and you talked about it a moment ago, how much you appreciate the fans and they deserve so much. As you close out being at the Breslin for this season, what's one thing you wish you could take with you throughout the rest of play that's unique about this place, if you can bottle it and take it with you as you go on?
Yeah, I can take all 15,000 people with me. This is one of those years, there's been years where they won us games, and this year they won us more than a share of games, because for some ungodly reason we've just we haven't been what I think we can be. And I keep looking in the mirror and asking myself. And tonight, again, we had 2 great practices. Shot the ball really well yesterday. And we just started out the game with a turnover, a 3-point play. I don't know if that was nerves, I don't know if it was just things we did wrong, but they played hard, they played well, and they made some shots. Boo Buie, you know, if you ever wonder why I say there's a process to everything, and we want to speed the process with all these kids. And I mean, I look at Boo Buie and what he was as a freshman, what he was when they redshirted him, what he was as a sophomore. In the last 2 years, he's made himself, my humble opinion, a pro. I mean, he just controls the game. He makes other people better. He can make shots. He can make plays. He plays defense, and he played a lot of minutes. And so I went from, you know, I wouldn't say the biggest fan his first 2 years, and I told him after the game, big fan. I mean, big fan. I love when people change and adapt and adjust and get better, and Boo Buie has done that. So Chris deserves some credit, so does Boo.
You said a few weeks back, sometimes you win and progress, and sometimes you just win. Do you think your team progressed in tonight's victory?
Yes, we progressed as an offensive rebounding team. We progressed as showing a little grit team. That's it. I don't think we progressed in the other things that I was hoping we'd progress in. You know, we just. But I think in fairness too. I mean, I thought we had some open looks. I mean, Jaden and Ty had some open looks, but I thought they did a great job with their defense of switching things and doing things, and it created some problems for us. We just couldn't play, and they went really small and really hurt because, you know, we thought we could play Book and our other bigs. We thought we could, you know, they'd always have one in there, and that wasn't the case. And so I'd say Chris did a great job too.
At halftime, what was said, particularly amongst and to the seniors? Because obviously it looked like Malik and AJ out of the gate came out a lot stronger in that second half.
Yeah, you know, AJ was upset with himself, and you know, Malik had played decent. We actually talked about the film we looked at and how bad we were. We weren't moving, we weren't doing anything, and kind of players got on players, which was pleasant. There's another place we grew. Players got on players, and you know, it was not a big yelling and screaming in the locker room. It was just one that, you know, I said, you know, guys, if this is the memory you want to make, you know, there's nothing wrong with missing shots, but we were, you know, we had a couple turnovers early. We just didn't look, we weren't moving very well. I don't know why, but got to get it fixed. So tonight, not going home tonight. Tonight, gonna be a lot of work.
Now, one more you can say about Trey, just being able to step into that role and make the play that he made down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm proud of Trey. I mean, he made some big plays, and you know, and missed a couple good shots too. But he made those big free throws. He got a couple of rebounds. He made a couple threes when we weren't making any. So you get 4 rebounds, you go 4 for 4 from the line. You scored 12 points. You know, the thing that we didn't do tonight, and he didn't do it at all either, and AJ did a little bit, and Tyson did it more than anybody. You know, we only had 11 assists. Of course, we only had 19 baskets, but we only had 11 assists. But they only had 18 baskets. I didn't even realize that. I mean, it was a rock fight. It was a game when I don't know how Chris felt, but I will talk to him tomorrow. But I didn't think either team. I mean, we played poorly most of the first half. I thought they had their stretches, they played good, and then a couple stretches they didn't.
Following up on that progress question, what do you think is the one area this team is most likely to progress on before the tournament starts?
Wow, that's a tough question. Better be a lot of things. Better be a lot of things. And I think there can be. You know, I've been, at least with a couple of you guys that I talked to at night and that, I've been pretty honest that I think I'm just dumb enough. I still think we have some game left in us. I think there's things we can do. But our seniors, you know, right now Ty hasn't been shooting as well, and if AJ and Ty and Malik play well. We've got enough bigs to sub in. It almost helped us against Purdue. I think Cohen Carr could, help us. It's just, for him and Book, it was tough because they went small and that was tough on Book. And then Cohen, he played so hard, but still the shooting's a problem, even the free throws. So, it's like you can put one guy in for one reason, another guy in for another reason. So we all got to get better with our shooting. I don't know why we're not shooting the ball well, because I think I got enough good shooters, and we've been struggling with it, and I say that, and we're one of the better three-point shooting teams in the league. So I don't know, a little confusing tonight. Maybe those guys will have answers for me tomorrow. I don't think anybody did anything on purpose. We just didn't. When you don't make shots like that, it's hard to keep playing defense. So if there's another thing I learned, that we can keep playing defense. We can, we can win ugly, which I won a lot of games back in the championship year ugly. And I just like to win a little prettier tonight, but a win is a win. We got to win and we move on.
You said your team was, you said you were satisfied with the way your team competed at Mackey on Saturday night. In what ways do you think your team built on that in tonight's performance?
Well, I do think, the one thing we did there, we rebounded well. Malik was a man-child himself in the rebounding, but, we did get some, 4 from Marty, we got 5 from Tyson, we got 4 from Jaden. Our guards, we got 4 from Trey. We got some rebounds from some guys, so that's a plus. I didn't like the way we moved the ball in that, I think we got a lot of work to do. Our defense is getting better, but our offense, we got some work to do, and it's just tweaks. It's just a matter of moving, a matter of reversing the ball a little bit more, and but we had enough open shots, guys. That's what's so frustrating as a coach. When you have that many open shots, you expect to make more than we made.
Tom, I was just going to ask you about Malik and the rebounding, but that seemed like a pretty determined.
Yeah, Malik had his. That was a man's night for him. I've never seen him go like that. That was an Andre Hudson, Zach Randolph night, where he just was going to go get the ball no matter where it was. And some of my staff kept saying, well, we got to take him out. And I said, over my dead body. He can play till he can't walk, but I'm not taking him out. And give him credit, he played through that. And, so I think that's a plus too. I thought, AJ wasn't very good the first half, but I thought at halftime he did answer the bell. And he came out and did some great things. We got him downhill a little bit more, started the second half. So give both those guys credit for, what they did and how they did it. And I do think our team is together. I do think that we've got a lot of things we can build on. I do think we're better than we're playing. I do think we have a run in us, and I hope everybody challenges me on it. I don't blame them. If I was watching the game, I'd ask if I'm on dial-up clue or something, believing in this, but I do believe in it. And one thing about me, if I don't, I'll probably say it. So, a couple more?
Yeah, we got a couple more,
Yes.
and then we got the players.
Oh, players are here.
Steven, and then wrap with Chris.
Tom, you've been through a couple dozen senior nights. I'm just wondering what tonight was like being involved in the capacity.
Couple dozen senior nights?
Give or take. To be involved in the capacity
More than
that,
through 29 senior nights.
to be involved in the capacity that you were tonight as coach and father, just wondering what that was like for you.
Oh, no, that was different. That was different, Thank God, Steven doesn't play a lot, but it was an emotional day for him, like I always tell my wife, I'm sure he's ready to be done, and it's hard, he goes to practice and doesn't do a lot, and gotta come to all these meetings and everything, and it was funny when he said that in his speech about meetings. But as I tell Tyson, I tell AJ, I tell Malik, I tell them all, the day will come and you'll miss the meetings. Because the meetings mean something that cares about what you're doing. You get to the next level, they just fire you. They don't care they don't have any meetings with you unless it's to say pack your bags, or you go to a job and there's not a lot of meetings that are telling you didn't do things right. Pretty soon they're telling you don't have a job. So, I noticed Steven today was way more emotional than I thought he'd be. He's kind of got his own cold spot, and he was. But I thought our guys were. I thought they were good. I just didn't seem to have what I think we have, and we gotta find a way to get that, because if we do, might be a chance for one of those runs.
I wanted to ask you about Tyson, and, you know, he struggled shooting again, but like you said, got to the rim. It seems like he's trying to affect the game in a lot of different ways, and he's been crashing the glass a lot better too. Distributing the ball, it seemed like when the shots weren't falling. I guess, where could he take this team if he's taking that ballistic approach to the game?
Well, believe it or not, he's sitting here, so I'll say it in front of his face, because I usually say it in front of his face when I'm sitting in a meeting. He's passing up shots. And he took 21. But I'm just telling you, where has he improved? 5 rebounds. He had 7 rebounds the other night. Where has he improved? He's become a much better passer than he used to be, you know? I do think, the only mistake I've made, I think the injury was a little more than I thought it was. And I say that because the last week, I see him, like tonight, I wasn't taking him out either. You know, he cramped up or ran into a TV thing, and I said, "You all right? Can you go?" "Yeah, I can go." I said, "Well, I ain't taking you out, so, you know, if you don't want to go, just hobble up and down." I mean, that's the mentality I have right now. I mean, he can't take us places. I show you how dumb I am, and him and I talked about it. I go back and watch the film of Illinois and Purdue last year in different games where he just took over a game. And I thought there was a couple times, even in the clutch tonight, where maybe, because we always tell him to look for passes, look for drives, you know, I gotta tell him just look for his shot, because when he's open, he still can make shots. And I think that is gonna be a big thing of us moving forward. Him and Jaden gotta make shots, because Malik is playing at the best level he's played at since he's been here. I mean, offensively, defensively, rebounding now, I mean, that was ridiculous tonight. So I got no worries there. I think Book's gonna get a little better, and he'll help us there. I still think our centers by committee, we can get some things done. But we gotta score the ball, and AJ's gotta distribute it, and those 2 guys gotta shoot it.
All right. Good, thanks, guys.
It's all yours, Ty. Good luck. Enjoy.